If you are watching this video, there is a good chance that you have relapsed at least once while on your journey. We've all experienced it, the shame and the guilt, believing that everything you've accomplished is lost. All of us have been there, but as the quote goes, success is all about what you learn from your mistakes. If you've ever thought about what caused you to relapse, you'd probably agree that there are only 4 triggers. These are referred to as HALT. Hunger, anger, loneliness, and fatigue are the 4 triggers. Whenever you allow yourself to stay in one of these trigger situations, you will face a NoFap failure. In essence, you are begging for a relapse. One of these in particular is the greatest: loneliness. Most men relapse in the late hours of the night when they are alone or have recently returned from work exhausted and hungry. You are already halfway to relapse at this stage. Now is the time to slap yourself in the face to break the triggers. Even if you don't feel like it, visit the gym or go visit a family member to spend some time with them. Anything that will force you to break out of the 4 main triggers is known as HALT. In other words, whenever you have the impulse to fap, take a minute to pause, then take a deep breath and think clearly. Which of the 4 triggers am I currently experiencing? Then take the exact opposite action. For instance, if you are hungry, eat something. Exercise your breathing to calm down if you're upset, and so forth. It's all about transformation. To be fair, though, most of us already know these tricks and advice. Today, though, we'd like to demonstrate a few more wacky techniques that every male should know. Let's start with some strategies for completely avoiding the impulses. Just to be clear, desires are your best buddy. They must develop more assertiveness and ambition. Here are some things you can do, though, to resist these cravings and maintain your commitment to NoFap, especially if you are a newbie. Wearing thick pants with a belt is one of them, as is sleeping only when you are ready to. Get out of bed as soon as you awake. Also, stop browsing the internet endlessly. What you just heard is also the most effective technique to cultivate self-control. Keep in mind that discipline is essential, because a conqueror of oneself is greater than a conqueror of a city. Naturally, the largest one. Stay out in public places. You might assume that I'm an introvert or that I dislike being in open spaces. Well, use this as a chance to improve your social abilities. And disregard all the titles that people will have you believe, such as introvert or extrovert. You get to decide whom you want to be. If you believe in your mind that you are an introvert, then that's the way you'll act. Let's discuss some displacement activities presently. These are transmutation activities to redirect your energy. Exercise is one of these transmutational behaviors. Firstly, pay attention. Now, this may sound a little bit conventional, but it has great advantages. Also, don't forget about your legs. They are among the greatest muscles for increasing testosterone and general muscular growth. Drawing, taking a walk, conversing with someone, and mending or making something are some additional activities. Because, as you may recall, men are naturally created for creation. Use this instinctive impulse accordingly. One of the most useful tips you may learn from today's video: that each day is the first day. Listen to that one again. Regardless of how many NoFap days you have completed, every day is still day one. By adopting the attitude that every day is day one, your mind instinctively returns to the fundamentals. Every moment you lose sight of the fundamentals, you are halfway to relapsing. Last but not least, if after doing everything you still have the urge, after that, take a chilly shower. Cold showers can be too upsetting for some people. If so, you may also cleanse your face with cold water until the urge passes. And never forget that NoFap's first phase is currently underway. The NoFap philosophy at its core emphasizes living with purpose rather than for fun. It's a way of life, not a hardship. Men who prioritize their goals over their pleasure will succeed. The fact that most men have failed and will fail NoFap is not a mystery, and the main reason for that is a critical yet subtle mental shift that is required. Your NoFap streak will end if you don't make this minor mental adjustment, and you might even relapse into PMO addiction. Most men start seed retention as their end goal rather than a means of achieving it when they first start this journey of self-recovery. You're right. You are already one of the 99% of men who are destined to fail when you make NoFap your goal rather than a way to accomplish your goals. When you set NoFap as your objective, it nearly seems as if you put it on a pedestal. This extremely subliminal attitude informs your subconscious mind that NoFap is unachievable and that you will eventually quit, whether it's in a month or a year. Just like with women or other things in life, putting anything on a pedestal subtly signals to your mind that it is impossible to achieve. Keep in mind that NoFap is merely a pathway. Make use of it to your benefit. Don't concentrate solely on NoFap. Instead, let it be merely a lifestyle that operates in the background, with your primary concentration being on your major goal, whether it is health, a close relationship with God, money, or communication and hypergamy. When you set NoFap as your ultimate aim, you'll find that your mind is constantly repeating don't fap, don't fap. And whatever you concentrate on, that's exactly what you'll accomplish. In the end, you'll relapse. Instead, if your goal is your concentration, you will succeed in fulfilling it. The phrase you change into whatever catches your focus is fantastic advice. NoFap is no longer a lifestyle for 99% of guys, since it has been placed on a pedestal rather than taking it as a challenge. Right now, we want you to join us in performing this exercise. You should briefly close your eyes. Do not, under any circumstances, consider a white elephant. Close your eyes and try to visualize anything but a white elephant. To make it easier, you might wish to stop the video for a short while. Open your eyes immediately. It's likely that the more you tried to avoid thinking about that white elephant, the more you did. Why? While you are concentrating on the elephant. Instead, if you had stated to yourself, okay, I'm going to picture a yellow Lamborghini, you wouldn't even have thought of the white elephant. Because your focus is now on a particular objective and target. The same is true for NoFap. Let NoFap be just a lifestyle that runs in the background, almost like a beacon that exemplifies the strength of all you wish to do. Concentrate on your objective. You will accomplish more and maintain your commitment to your work if you adopt this subtle approach. Brothers, never place everything you do in life on a pedestal. Rather, expect God Himself. Seed retention is attainable, as is everything else in life. On NoFap, you may likely last 6 or even 10 years, but it all starts with having the appropriate attitude, having the proper perspective of where your attention is being focused. Your focus is energy in itself. Like that white elephant, you didn't want to think about it, but you failed since you focused just on the elephant and not on imagining anything else. So gather yourself and begin with the proper perspective. This could entail writing down your to-do list for the day in your journal every morning. Your focus will remain on what you must do rather than what you ought not to do if you have your day completely planned out. There won't be any time for you to consider the white elephant. Why? Because your focus is now being directed to the right activities. By the way, if you found this helpful, don't forget to show some love. Tap the like button and also subscribe to our channel. Comment below on what you want to see next. See you in the next video. She has already formed an opinion about you before you even say anything. The modern world is overly concerned with action and appearances. However, this world is full of energy. What appears to be physically solid and real is not as meaningful as it appears. It is all energy. What you think about yourself is significantly more valuable than what you appear to be. Our habits of thought and how we believe about ourselves give us a distinct aura. A timid man can wear the finest clothes, but women will quickly discover his true nature. We can perceive things with more than just our 5 senses. Have you ever realized that you despise someone for no apparent reason? Sure, we all do. This demonstrates how energy both attracts and repels us. Many women are stunning but lack personality and charm. Because her energy is not captivating, men lose all interest in them after they've had her. Concentrating on your outer appearance is not a bad thing. and it works. But allow us to give you an example. A broke man may win the lottery, but most lottery winners end up losing all of their money as soon as they get it because they believe they are not rich. As a result, their energy is still that of a broken man. Women are more intuitive than men are perceptive. No matter how hard you try, she can tell who you are. As a result, your energy is the most important thing to look after. As you increase your energy, your appearance will automatically improve, as your subconscious mind will fill in the blanks to make you the man you have imagined yourself to be. Our thoughts and emotions simply paint our energy. If you tend to think negatively about yourself, if you have the dominant feeling about yourself that you aren't good enough, then you can step out of a Lamborghini and still feel the same way, and everyone around you can tell. As a result, the one thing you should concentrate on is cultivating self-love and developing a positive self-image. Start changing your basic values about yourself and start paying attention to what you're saying to yourself. Take note of how self-conscious you are around a beautiful woman. Don't beat yourself up about it, but consider why. This universe always represents your thoughts. So if you are intimidated by the mere existence of a beautiful woman, she will be repelled. Allow yourself to be at ease in your skin. It all comes down to awareness. She is just another human being like you, and you are not less or greater than her. When you understand you are the master of your reality, and that she will treat you based on how you feel about yourself, all power returns to you. You can change how women perceive you by saying to yourself that you earned it, that you are worthy, and that you are a good-looking man. Now, since you believe such thoughts, you feel good, and your subconscious mind notices it. The more you make this your dominant mood, the more likely it is that your subconscious will be impressed. And the rest is not your problem. Your subconscious mind will alter whatever is required to make you a more attractive man. Your job is to boost your energy and vision of an attractive version of yourself. What is required in your physical world to turn you into an appealing man is the job of the subconscious mind and the universal mind. Your world will change the moment you change your habitual thoughts about yourself and become loving and generous to yourself. You will change into a new man. The changes in the physical world will be automatic. You will start feeling motivated to exercise, are becoming more assertive, and begin to dress well. Women will begin to notice you more, and you will not have to work hard for it. You see, you've progressed from "I'm not good enough" to "I'm the only option." This will undoubtedly cause a 180-degree shift in your reality. Your energy is unrivaled by the previous version of yourself. As a result, it is natural for you to attract women and have an abundance of love in your life. And we attract what we are rather than what we want. Rather than imposing a change in your physical world by dressing differently or trying too hard to attract women, etc., work on your self-beliefs. Prepare your mind to accept the version of yourself that is already amazing and attractive, and convince yourself to believe you are worthy, sufficient, and more than adequate. Our conscious job is always to try and convince ourselves of the perfect version that we want to be. The world will then automatically conform to reflect it to us, and women will become so aware subconsciously that it may appear too simple. So alter your thinking, alter your aura, alter your life.